I think it would be wise for people who are biracial and multiracial to never forget that this is a system of formal, historical, and institutionalized white supremacy. And I'm afraid sometimes there are a lot of incentives that the culture puts out there to biracial and multiracial people to forget that, right? Because they're not quite as black, or they're not quite as brown, or they're not quite, and so there's a tendency for people to really think that they've somehow escaped that system, right? That they're not really in that system. And look, I think every person ought to be able to claim whatever parts of and all parts of their identity. So if you're Tiger Woods and you want to call yourself Cablinasian, which is what he did back in the early part of his career. He called himself Cablinasian because he wanted to honor the Caucasian part and the Asian part and the black part and the Native American part. Okay, now here's the deal. He was Cablinasian. He insisted on that. He was not black. Okay. And then, when Tiger Woods did what Tiger Woods did, repeatedly, apparently, I went on the chat boards, sports chat boards, not political chat boards, sports chat boards. Because you can tell a lot about the culture based on the anonymous comments that folks post on sports boards. Forget politics. Just read any post after an NBA game, after an NFL game, hell, read the comments after a storm goes through your community. Any story at all, folk will bring up race and it all with an anonymous. It's just anonymous. They never put their name and they have no avatar. It's just that shadow head and anonymous, and they put some nonsense. And so I went on the chat boards after this Tiger Woods thing broke, and it was funny. Everyone who had stuff to say about him, none of them said, this is just what Cablinasian men do. What do you expect from a Cablinasian? It's not what they said. He was black as midnight as soon as he did something that reminded the dominant group of the stereotype that they had come to believe. So multiracial, biracial folks claim all of it, claim every piece of it. Do not forget where one still sits on a trajectory of white supremacy, because once you forget that, there is real danger. Real danger.